Education systems around the world. From the very first day a child steps into a classroom, their world begins to change. Education is more than just reading, writing, and math. It shapes how we see ourselves, how we interact with others, and how we understand the world. But as you travel across the globe, you'll see that not all education systems are created equal. Some inspire creativity, while others emphasize discipline. Some prepare students for life, while others focus only on exams. By exploring the different ways countries educate their young, we begin to see not just how learning works, but how culture, politics, economy, and history shape the minds of future generations. In Finland, for example, education is built on trust and freedom. Students have fewer hours in school, rarely take standardized tests, and are encouraged to explore their interests. Teachers are respected professionals, highly trained and given autonomy in their classrooms. This system doesn't just produce high academic results. It creates curious, confident learners who value collaboration over competition. On the other hand, in countries like South Korea and Japan, education is intense, fast-paced, and often stressful. Students attend school during the day and then head to private academies at night. Success in exams can define a person's future, leading to immense pressure on both students and families. Yet these systems also create strong work ethics, discipline, and resilience. Meanwhile, in developing nations, access to quality education is often a dream, not a reality. In parts of Africa, Asia, and Latin America, children walk for hours to reach a school, sometimes without books, electricity, or even teachers. Girls are especially at risk of being left behind due to poverty, child marriage, or gender bias. But even in the face of these challenges, there are stories of incredible perseverance, of students who study by candlelight, of teachers who travel miles to reach remote villages, and of communities coming together to build schools from nothing. Their stories remind us that the human spirit is capable of great hope, especially when fueled by the promise of education. And as we look at Western countries like the United States or the United Kingdom, we see a mix of innovation and inequality. In wealthier areas, students have access to technology, experienced teachers, and a variety of extracurricular opportunities. But in low-income communities, schools often struggle with underfunding, overcrowded classrooms, and outdated materials. The result is a gap in achievement that mirrors economic inequality. Despite these challenges, many schools are experimenting with new methods, like project-based learning, mental health support, and personalized instruction, to better serve their diverse student populations. Another important aspect of education systems is how they treat teachers. In some cultures, teachers are celebrated and well compensated. In others, they are overworked, underpaid, and blamed for the shortcomings of the system. Yet without passionate, well-supported educators, no system can thrive. Teachers do more than deliver lessons. They inspire, nurture, and guide. They shape the futures of individuals and the destinies of nations. So when countries invest in teacher training, respect, and well-being, they are investing in something much greater than just test scores. They are investing in humanity. Moreover, we must consider how education systems handle inclusion. Do they support students with disabilities? Do they provide resources for immigrant children learning a new language? Do they teach empathy, diversity, and global awareness? The most successful systems don't just teach facts. They prepare students to be thoughtful, ethical citizens in a rapidly changing world. That means embracing technology wisely, promoting emotional intelligence, and encouraging lifelong learning. However, no system is perfect. Every country faces its own challenges, from outdated curricula to unequal funding, from exam pressure to political interference. But by learning from each other, by sharing what works and what doesn't, we can all grow. Countries like Singapore have shown how bold reforms and teacher-focused policies can transform an entire education landscape. Others, like Canada or the Netherlands, focus on student well-being, bilingual learning, and balancing academic and personal growth. Ultimately, education is a mirror of society. It reflects our values, our priorities, and our dreams for the future. When we look at the world's classrooms, we see not just children at desks. We see the next generation of leaders, thinkers, artists, and change-makers. And so, we must ask ourselves, what kind of world are we preparing them for? Are we teaching them to pass tests or to solve problems, to memorize or to imagine, to compete or to connect? The truth is, the way we teach says everything about what we believe. So let's believe in the power of every child. Let's believe that education can lift people out of poverty, heal divisions, and create peace. Let's believe that every classroom in every corner of the world holds the seeds of something extraordinary. And if we keep nurturing those seeds, through innovation, compassion, and collaboration, we can build a future where no child is left behind, and every voice has the chance to rise.